Do you see my screen now?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, very well. So, so today's session will focus on practical strategies to help manager and team members to build a strong team and to improve their communication and effective communication to achieve better results in joining a group and combining a team. So we hear about this workshop. We will know about some key topics. These topics are. Do you guys see my screen? I think there's something wrong here.
Yes, we can see it. Yes, we can see it.
Okay, very well. So today's session will combine main four objectives. The first one, I will help you to understand the key principles of effective team management, and you will learn more about the practical tools to improve communication within the team. Also, you will discover the strategies to motivate the team members and to boost their engagement within the team. And lastly, you will explore the techniques to manage and to like contain the challenges that might pop up inside your team and to resolve all the conflicts that might like be popped up inside your team. So I'll just ask you something just to make this workshop more interactive. I need someone or any one of you to tell me like their experience for a best teamwork they have worked on before. Like if you have experience with teamwork, do you want to share with us how this teamwork was working? Do you know like do you want to share with us if this teamwork was helpful for you, if the manager or the leader of this team was really a good leader for you? Did you know that this leader gave you experience in leadership skills and so on? If anyone has experience in this thing, can you share it with us?
I believe Anas has his hand up. Anas, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Kausar. Thank you, Noor, for the question. Uh, for me, like I had the chance to be like a vice president in an international organization called ISIC, where I had the chance to lead like more than 10 members and 14 leaders. It was like a very tough like position and experience when it comes to the team management side and how you can like create an effective strategy to improve your team, improve yourself, and achieve objectives. For me, like it was tough on the first period because you should like understand everyone on your team, trying to outline an effective strategy when you can manage each one, creating like a very strong coherence and unity between each one of them in order to achieve the goal. And after that, like I started to have like some great like mentorship sessions with people inside the organization to help me to understand how I can build a very strong team that can be a coherent team, a united team, and can push me forward to achieve our suitable goals. And after like a duration of 6 months, I believe it was my duration with the team, we had the chance to achieve brilliant things because I understood that the team needs a space where they can be trusted, where they can be empowered, when they can be supported, because they are human beings, not machines. And this point has shifted me when it comes to team management experiences and give me a very understanding point when it comes to managing a team like that. And I was like very grateful for this experience. And yeah, that was like my experience in team management, and it was very like an inspirational one in my personal career.
Yeah, very well experienced, Anna. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Any reflections?
Noor, do you mind please repeating the question for the newcomers? I want to make sure that I share the right one in the chat.
Okay, I'm asking if anyone can share his best team experience. Like, think about the best team you have been ever been a part of. like tell us more about how and what made this team successful, and what did the team leader do well that made this team collaborative and engaged and successful team.
We have Madame Amin Rachel, who's raising her hand. Please, you can, the floor is yours. Just activate your mic.
Good day. I am Amen Rachel from Nigeria. I had the experience of leading a national team here in Nigeria on a project called Project 37 Go. It involved the 36 states and FCT of Nigeria. We targeted at-risk children and orphaned children for capacity building and preparing them for transitioning out of care at 18 years old. Based on the law in the country, I had to work with a diverse team of different people from different states, different culture, different perspective, different experiences altogether. And it was quite challenging because sometimes there was the language barrier. Other times there was the, mix up of communication or what's it called, information across from the leader to the representatives, the state representatives, and the footmen soldiers, as we called them in the various states. So we had to use different types of information tools to pass out communication, to communicate with each other. We had to speak to ourselves more often. We encouraged open communication to ensure that we're all on the same page. So it was quite challenging, like I said earlier, but we made it work. It took a couple of months for us to fully understand ourselves to some extent and to focus on the shared goal of the project. Altogether, it was a beautiful experience, and it's something that I would do all over again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Amin. Anyone else? Okay, so from your experience, guys, we can like catch some commonalities between what you have been experienced during this leadership experience and team management. Some of them, such as what Anna said, that people are not machines. They have different backgrounds, have emotions, and so on. And also, as Madame Emin said, that she had to deal with different perspectives, different languages, and different backgrounds. So this is a very, very important point, that the leader and the team manager should have his skills in good communication with the team. You have to know that all the team can be different, can have different background, can have different languages, can have different perspective about life, about what they are doing in their life. And a very important thing also that you have to give them clear orders. You have to give them clear goals. You have to share with them that one specific goal that all of you are working to achieve this goal. We can see here in the slide that a good and the best team that work well in the organization to achieve these goals have to share a clear goals and shared purpose. You have all the team members to be working together to achieve a specific purpose and a specific goal. And they have to be like open and honest in communicating with them. You have to be a transparent team leader. You have to be understanding one. There is a leading aspect and emotional aspect. You have to make them both be complementary. So not only being like a leader who's just giving tasks, who just needs this task to be done in any ways, you have to understand the emotions of your people. You have to understand if they are able to do this task or they are passing in some hard times, so they are a little bit unable to perform well as they always do. So it's a very, very important aspect to understand the diversification of your team member and their emotional needs. And a very important thing also is the trust and physiological safety. They have to be feeling stable and safe inside this team. They need to feel like they can be always productive, and they can be a little bit having a bad day, so they are not in the mood to perform a specific task. So this will not make them in a bad situation that the organization or you will let them go somewhere, or you understand me. You just have to give them the stability. They have to feel stable inside the organization. And also they have to be working in a collaboration over competition. You shouldn't put everyone in competition with the other member in the team. They have to know that they are here to collaborate, not to compete. Competition is always good, but it can have a bad effect. It can make the team unable to work together in a collaborative mode, unable to engage together to achieve a specific goal, unable to share information that will help the team grow bigger and grow better. So competition is not always healthy, but it's indispensable. However, in a specific time, in a specific period of time, if you're working on in the organization to achieve a very, very important goal, you cannot affect the competition mode. You have to affect the collaboration mode. Have all the team work together in a harmony and understanding to achieve this goal. So here we come to a very, very important part, which is what is effective team management? So here, effective team management is the process of coordinating and supporting and guiding the group of people to work together efficiently toward a shared goal. As we said, we have to set a specific one goal and a shared purpose that all the team work only to achieve this goal. And at the same time, you have to be clear in communicating with all the team and to build, as we have said, the trust and the physiological safety. Everyone should have to feel safe inside this team. And also to delegate the responsibilities effectively. You are a manager, it's your job to manage the other. It's your job to delegate the task to the other people, so to the team members. So you have to be aware for all the capabilities and the skills of your different team members. So this will help you to direct the specific task to the right person and the specific job to the one who can do it effectively and the one that his skills and the capabilities fit this task effectively. And also you have to support their growth, to help them grow their skills and to develop their capabilities through like session trainings and to give them advices and tips on a periodical way. And at the same time to be a manager who can understand the emotions. If there is a tension between your team members, you have to understand that you need to work on resolving this tension and to resolving this conflict before performing any task. So it's very important that all the team feels in a mood that help them being effective, helping them being able to perform the tasks without any resistance, and this at the end will help all the team being motivated, all the team being in love with their job, loving their organization, and working to achieve this goal, not only for material gaining, but valuable gaining. Guys, if you have any question, you can interrupt me and ask me directly. Okay? Do you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So here we come to this part, which is the main important pillar for team management. Team management has a main 5 pillars. The first of them is the clear goal and expectations. The second one is the strong communication, and the third one is the trust and accountability. And the fourth one is delegation and empowerment. Fifth one is motivation and recognition. For the first pillar, clear goals and expectation is very important in team management. It's the foundation for having your team top performing and high performing team. Like if you have a team, for example, that work all the time, 8 hours a day from 9 to 5, and they don't have like a clear goals, a clear task to work on, they were just wasting the resources of your organization. They will not do the task best. They don't know what do you need from them. They don't have a clear goal. They don't have a clear evaluation of their task. They don't know the output structure that they will perform the task in it. So the individual responsibilities must be well defined. You have to well define the task very well to clarify what do you need from the person, to set a clear KPIs for the person. I need to do this task, and the outcome for this task will be 1, 2, 3. So the person who's performing this task will work on the outcome that you need from them. If they are just coming to work and to work for 8 hours a day and to do whatever they want, they just want to show up, this is just a wasting of resources and a wasting for time of your organization. So you have to be clear and direct in giving the task and handling the team members, and to ask them to perform a task in a specific way. You have to build our output structure to give the task and tell them that the output should be getting in this way. You have to perform so and so and so. So this is how you clarify the task for your team members. And here is a very simple way of smart working goals, how to make the goals smart and to building clear, actionable goals. Smart is the first letter of each word of this. To be specific, to clarify and define what needs to be achieved. This is what I've said about to clarify the task, to clarify the goal. And also to be measurable, to be able to quantify and evaluate the result, to include quantifications and to include specific criteria to track the progress and evaluate the progress in each task. And also to be achievable, to be realistic, like to put this task and be able that this task will be performed. If the task is unable to be performed, this will make your team depressed, and like it will put them in a very bad mood, that they are not good enough, they are unable to perform a specific task, even if it's an easy task. But if it's unachievable, at the end of the day it's unachievable task, this is a very, very failure of the team leader. You have to make the task very achievable and set the challenging, but give a realistic goals. You cannot, for example, to say you have to create me an archive for all the document inside the organization in 2 days. It's a very simple task. Everyone can do this archive, but in 2 days, for a company that is 15 years old, it's very hard. It cannot be achieved. The person will not indeed do this task, and at the end of the day, he will feel not good enough and will make them depressed and so on. And the task should be relevant. You have to align each task and each goal to a broader team objective. Everyone has a long-term objective and a short-term objective. These objectives should be aligned. We work and we do everyday tasks and everyday jobs, and these jobs are performed for the sake of achieving the organization structure and organization success. So all the tasks should be relevant to this broader goal, which is organization success. They should feel this. They should feel that they work for organization success. They should not feel that they work because you're paying them or just you're having them to do that because they work on with you in your organization. This is a great failure. You have to be to have them this spiritual feeling that they work for organizational success, and every task you give for them should be in this goal. And it, as I said, every task should be have a clear deadline, like but a realistic one. You shouldn't say like a very 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 big task in a very early deadline. It will not be performed well. You will not get the right outcome, and you will waste your resources. So do you understand this? The smart move. This smart approach is very, very important approach for team management. So if everyone should understand this, it's a very important pillar for understanding how you manage the team. So if it's clear for you, so let's move to the other slide. So guys, if you have a question, you can interrupt me directly. So this is a small comparison about when you clarify the, sorry, what?
Apologies, Noor, somebody unmuted themselves by mistake. Please, if you're not speaking, make sure that your mic is muted. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is a very small comparison about when you clarify the rule and the task and when you do not clarify the task or the rule. So when you clarify the task, you will have each member have the task deadline and everyone will work to achieve this task clearly. And the task will be distributed based on the strengths and the capacity of your team members. You should give the task that is achievable in comparison with the skills and capabilities of your team members. So you have to understand their skills very well. If you cannot perform this task, you have to improve their skills well to meet the difference of this task and this strength of this task. And also you have to progress the track the task and to evaluate it regularly. Like you shouldn't give the team member a deadline for 1 month, and all of this period you're not having a look on the task and evaluate the task regularly. You will end up having like a very very messy work that need a lot of guidance and clarification. So you have to evaluate the task regularly. Also, the team member must be feeling accountable and empowered. You have to empower the team, give everyone ownership for the task, to tell team members, that this is your own baby. This task is your own ownership. You have to do anything to perform this task in a very, very good way. And in another side, this is when you do not clarify the task. You will have a confusion inside your team member, and work will be assigned randomly, and you will have unclear outcome. And also you will have indeed delays and unnoticed until the final deadline. You will have delay in the deadline, and members will feel overwhelmed with tasks. So this is the first paper about the clarifying the goals and to be specific with the purpose of being part of this team and the clarifying the task. The second pillar is the strong communication. If we, as I have heard from your experience, strong communication is a very, very important pillar of having a strong team management. So it's essential to have active listening, to listen to your team members, to have this brainstorming. I think all of you know about brainstorming, to brainstorm about the task, to hear about your team members' thoughts about the task. Is it reliable? Is it achievable? Is it good to perform this task? Is it necessarily or not? A team leader who is not the one who's just giving task and just giving order. He's the one who's able to communicate with the team, to hear from the team, to make the team all feel empowered, feel listened, and feel included and engaged. So you have to give the full attention and the understanding, and to hear the thoughts of your team member, to understand their emotions, and to ask you them to clarify if they need any clarification, of if they need any question to be answered, to better understand their tasks. You have also to ask them for giving you updates about the task, so you can give them like regular feedback. You have to evaluate the task periodically. As I said before, it's very important to know and to be sure that you will get the right outcome at the end of the day. So, and you have to if any important tasks are popped up inside your team, you have to create some kind of brainstorming. If you're assigning the task this for a specific person, you can also have the thoughts of the other team members. It's important to hear from all the team members and to have them all included inside your organization. It's very important also to give them, like a smooth feedback, not a very tough feedback. The physiological aspect of the team management is very, very important. They have to feel in a supporting mode, not in a defensive mode. To be in a mode that they should defend themselves, that they didn't do this wrong, they did it good. So make your feedback builder, like to make the feedback build their skills and improve their skills, not to damage their physiological safety and feeling unstable and not good enough and so on. So this safe environment is very important for team management. The third pillar is trust and accountability. The manager should always build the trust inside the team to make them be able to admit their mistake, to make them feel safe. They can say that I did this wrong. I can refine it now. To tell them that they can improve what they have done and develop the things that they're not good enough in it. So it's very, very important to build the trust inside the team, to break the ice, to be like a leader for them. They are afraid of your feedback, but they also feel that you are a team member with them also. They can hear feedback from you that they will not make them feel not good enough, So you should tell your team that they have to admit their mistakes and to share the information with the team. It's very important to build a collaborative environment, to help them being transparent, share all the information with each other, to help all the team being successful and improve. And also they have to recognize their mistakes and build on it and improve their skills to stop doing mistakes inside the work. And also they have to be more commitment. So it's your responsibility to develop these soft skills inside your team to help them being more commitment to the task and the work they are working on, they're doing. And also, it's very important for the team to understand the rules and the deadlines and to communicate and to tell their progress and to tell I reached in this task to so and so, and I'm feeling some hardship in doing so and so to help the team. So it's very important to create this collaborative environment inside your team. The fourth pillar is delegation and empowerment. So, delegation and empowerment is mainly the task of the leader. It's important to understand the capabilities and the skills of your team, to understand if they're having shortage in knowing some skills and they want to develop some skills, for example, effective communication, to communicate well with other team member. It's very important for you to help them achieve this uh, task and to achieve this improvement indirectly. You cannot tell someone for their deficiencies direct. You have to tell them that you need to improve something important in your skills, and it's very important. I have heard about it around 2 3 years ago. It's very important to communicate with the team effectively and so on. You shouldn't, damage their physiological understanding. You should help them improve and feeling able to give the organization and feeling able to understand what the organization needs. So the last thing is the motivation and recognition. This pillar is not only about the material recognition. Recognition can be appreciation, it can be a valuable thing, it can be like attention for someone, and it can be like celebrating small milestones, not the extra milestones. You can just like celebrate someone if he came a job early, if he performed the task in a timely manner. It's essential part, but you can also celebrate this thing. You should not take everything for granted. You should always celebrate your team members and to have this recognition, like personal, to celebrate a specific person, not the whole team. It's important to celebrate the whole team, but also to celebrate a specific person and to let him know that he's being seen and he's being appreciated. And also, formal recognition is very important to give them like awards and to um, publish acknowledgement for this someone and to write appreciation letters. It's very important too. It's a material one, but it's also important for someone, for the team member to feel he's being appreciated and recognized inside the team. And there is also kind of informal recognition, which is like a quick thank you message. It's very, very simple and easy thing, but it means a lot for a team member. And also to be like peer-to-peer shout-outs. It's of informal recognition, but it's a very important thing. And also to celebrate the milestones. It's kind of very, very simple and easy things, but it means a lot for a team member to feel appreciated, you know. And this is some statistics about the impact of recognition. So 45% of people who's being recognized, even formal or informal, are less likely to leave the organization within 2 years. So this is a great success for your organization if you handle this turnover by simple recognition and the simple simple and easy things that will help your team member feeling belonging and feeling loving the organization and able to perform inside the organization. And also, they will be two times more engaged if they are being recognized, and they will show more a level of engagement and commitment to work. And also the last one is 21% of the team members will be high productivity by 21%. They will produce more and they will be more productive by 21%. So it's very, very simple and easy things to recognize your team member, but it achieve a lot for your organization and achieve a success environment and a success team management. And we have a very, very small activity here. I need you to tell me more about like a big challenge that you can see in managing teams today. You know that most of all of us working in a hybrid environment and remote work environment. So this can create some challenge. Like this can make the communication a little bit more hard, but it can be it's indeed opportunity, but also can create a challenge in handling the communication with the team. You cannot see each other all the day, so you can have like a misunderstanding or a small things that might create a tension. So this is an example for a challenge that affected team management nowadays. So I need every one of you to tell me a challenge that can affect the team management and how to get a practical solution for this challenge, and how you can like engage all your team members to be able to respond to this challenge and navigate this challenge in the teamwork. Hello guys, any thoughts?
Hello, anyone who can share anything about this situation, please feel free to open your mic.
Yes,
Yes,
Anas.
Anas.
Yes, thank you, Kautsar, once again. Thank you, Noor, first for the presentation. It was very enlightful, to be honest, and it gave me such a great like perspectives in terms of the pillars that are like essential in terms of team management efficiency. So very appreciated in that term. For me, like based on my personal experience and based on what I am perceiving on team management's perspective, what is challenging is trying to combine like different members from different backgrounds, especially from different backgrounds and from different nationalities, toward a common goal and trying to create a very strong bond between each one of them in terms of achieving like a specific goal. For me, this is like a very great challenge in terms of team management efficiency, because it comes a lot with a practice of an intercultural dialogue, trying to embrace each one's diversity and empower every one of them and supporting them through their journey, and trying to understand the stereotypes of each one's based on their backgrounds, and trying to really turn any kind of difference into something very powerful when it comes to your job as a leader or as a manager. And this point like is very like substantial in nowadays and different team experiences. You're gonna like encounter a lot of situation where you are going to work with different members from different countries, and that's like a very challenging point. But as you mentioned, it comes like with a very great opportunity in the near occasion when it comes to your experience as a leader or as a manager. Yes.
Yes, Anas, thank you for sharing with us this thoughts. it's very, very important to manage people from different background and different perspectives. It's very important to combine all of them on a specific goal and a specific purpose for achieving the success of the organization as a success of the team. So it's important to have this emotional part of the leadership, to understand everyone and to feel that, for example, a specific team member is very sensitive. He cannot hear like shout in front of him. It's very important to understand that everyone has his own traits and personal characteristics. So it's important to communicate with each team member based on this background and based of his characteristics. So thank you for sharing this. And a very important thing about solving this issue, as I said, is understanding the emotional aspect of your team. Your team is your responsibility. The communication with team is your responsibility as a leader. So creating this engaging and collaborative environment is your own task. This will be done through a specific set of tasks and set of pillars. The most important one of that is having this physiological safety inside your team member and having all the team member feeling trusted and feeling able to perform inside this organization in a more stable way. Thank you, Anas. And let's hear from Madame Amin again.
Hello. I've really enjoyed the presentation thus far, and it's been enlightening, and I'm pretty much just enjoying myself here listening to you speak. You have such a lovely voice. So one of the challenges that we experienced while we executed the project 37 goal here in Nigeria was religion and gender. Religion, one team member always got offended when we had to pray before a meeting or pray after a meeting because the team was a mixture of Christians, Muslims, and atheists, those that do not believe in the existence of any God. And as the leader, I initially insisted that we prayed before we started any meeting. So when it was called to my attention that some team members were not comfortable with it, so we had to just encourage every other person to pray on your own. And when we come together as a team, we dive right into the meeting or the agenda for the day. So that was one of the ways that we handled the issue of religion within the team. Then gender. Some ladies were strict feminists and would not want to take any form of order or instruction from men. And it was quite challenging because if a man is your superior, you have to take instructions from him regardless. So we had to split those team, get those people out of those team, and ensure that we have people that are compatible in the team. It took a lot of work, but it made the teamwork effective and efficient. So we took these ladies that were anti-men and we placed them directly under me, the leader, or other female team leaders to ensure that they're able to work. And another challenge that we encountered in the cause of this gender was some male were not comfortable taking orders or instructions from me, that is a woman, as team leader. So I tried my best to be, more reasonable, watch the tone of my voice while speaking to them, and I used a lot of chats, emails to communicate with them so that I have my receipts to ensure that it's as professional and respectful as it can be. So these were the ways that we were able to handle these.
Yeah, it's very, very, very insightful experience. Thank you, Madam Amin, for sharing this with us. It's a very, very challenging topic and critical one. Actually, it's very, very important to be, as a team leader, able to be very, very objective, to try as much as you can to stop any critical topics. It's important for your team to be able to communicate with each other and to exchange thoughts about everything in life and so on. But it's very important to resolve any tensions that might arise inside your team. And these tensions, most of them arise from critical topics, such what you have mentioned. So you have to stop any critical thoughts and any critical topics to be discussed inside your team, and to be able to resolve any tension in a very, very objective way, and a very wise way, not to take any side, not to show that I agree with this and I disagree with this guy. Even if the topic is very, very, very relevant to you, and you have a strong opinion inside this topic, you have to be very objective. Don't take sides, and to stop the tension immediately, and to have the team more collaborative, and to ensure that everyone is being good with the other one. This topic didn't create the tension that would affect the people from performing and doing their task and working together. Because some of these tensions might affect two people, for example, from talking or communicating with each other throughout the communication path. So it's very important to resolve this tension in a very objective way. So we have Davin Take, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. The real name is Muhammad Amin Shaibu, but you can, as you really did it good by pronouncing it. The real pronunciation is Dampataki. So I don't know, you really did well. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. As I said, my name is Muhammad Amin Shaibu. I'm from Nigeria, Kano State. I just recently introduced to World Marriage today. I can say today by friend. And it's really impactful the way I join and see how things are going here. Thank you so much for all the team. For me, I'm not going to share any experience, but I want to please on one thing, and I want to ask question, please, if no problem. What I want to build on is that please, can you share with us the material, because I find many things important inside the material. So it is good for us after the meeting. We should go through it, and there are just things that will be help us to us. After that,
can do that, but let me ask Ms. Kauser first if this thing can be.
Yes, hello everyone. I kept answering in the chats. Yes, of course, we will share all the materials needed, the recording, all the presentation and everything that's you'll need, especially to go forward for this topic. So no worries.
thank you so much, Mr. Kausar and Mr. Sakaj. That is very good.
Thank you so much. We have Noor another question in the chats that says,
Yes.
what can I do if my team can't trust me?
I'll answer you. So your team do not trust you. I need more clarification about this thing. It might be it's a thing related to you, and a thing related to the failure of the leader. So it's important to be trusted. It's very important. You cannot perform inside the organization if you do not feel trust. So this physiological part is very important. As I've said, it's a very important pillar of effective team management. So being trusted, it might be your failure if you're not, if you did a lot of mistakes inside your work and the manager or your team member became unable to trust you anymore. So you have to know your capabilities, to know your skills. If your capabilities and your skills doesn't meet the tasks that is being asked from you, you have to step way back and say that I do not fit this organization and I do not fit this team. And if it's a part of a failure from the manager, you can confront the manager directly to tell them, I do not feel trusted inside this organization. I do not feeling empowered and giving tasks and giving ownership inside this task. I need to be feeling this ownership and feeling empowered inside the organization to be able to perform effectively inside the organization. You have to have this clear and direct conversation with your leader. And if it's your failure, so hear from your manager and work on your deficiencies. It's not something bad to know that you lack a specific skills, but this is the this is the start of the things. You have to know yourself, to know what you're good at and what you're bad at, and to start to work on your needs, So this is the answer. So we have a lot of questions here. Aria, if I'm pronouncing right. Aria?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that's right. That's the right pronunciation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation. I've really enjoyed it, though I came in somehow late, and I'm glad to hear that the presentation, the PDF will be shared. That's good. Then about the challenges we face in organizations. I'm this kind of a person who is not in maybe among the high committee members. But I wish one time if I am given such a chance, okay, I would like to hear your opinions just in case I've just got such an opportunity. So the challenge is related to inequality and also disrespect of the law. Yeah, you find that hello?
We are here with you.
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm sorry to interrupt everyone. Please, just to be just to respect our time and Noor's time and everyone's time. Please, if you have a direct question, can you share it? For the materials and the recording, we will be sharing them by the end of the session. And please, if you have a very direct question or direct point that you want to discuss with Noor, please feel free to share it directly.
Okay. Okay. The challenge is about inequality and respect of the law. You find that members who have stayed for many years in an organization tend to disrespect some rules based on those new recruits. And this sets some bad image to the new recruits.
So I got your point. So for inequality, it's mainly the failure of the leader. You cannot feel unequal to your peers inside the organization. It's very, very a bad thing. Respecting the hierarchy of the organization, however, you have to be all being treated equally. You have to have like different set of tasks and different set of jobs. However, being treated in a bad way and your peers being treated in a more good way is it's the failure of the leader. You can have, you know, like a clear understanding of this issue. If you're being treated inequally because of hierarchical structure of the organization, this is not inequality, but inequality in treatment, inequality in recognition, inequality in motivation. This is a inequality in a bad way. So in this thing, you have to be more clear to your manager. To discuss. Discussion is a very, very good thing. Being able to trust your manager, to share your thoughts, share your feedback to your manager, share your feelings. It's a very important thing. If your manager is a good one, he will understand this emotional part and he will work on himself and he will clarify things that might be only a misunderstanding for you. And if it's a bad thing, you can decide if you want to complete working in this organization or to to give up. And for the thing of not respecting laws, for a manager, he have to be respectful. He have to be more strict. He have to be like very, very strict inside giving orders and meeting deadline from his peers and comply with the policies of the organization, and also being a good human. Humanity is a very, very important task of a leadership. So that's why building a team management, you have to combine between both. They can fear you and also they can love you and love working with you in a physiological feeling and a spiritual one. So we have a question here from Samsung SM.
Good evening, everyone. Aisha Butukur from Nigeria. I'm from Katsina State, Batagara local government. So thank you very much, everyone. We had a good moment, which is very capacitated and energizing to the on the promotion, like to the even to the world, because this is a very good moment. But
We can't hear you anymore. Please, if you can activate your mic.
hello.
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. So good evening, everyone. Aisha Butukur from Nigeria. I'm from Katsina State, Batagara local government. That's the very great moment. So I've captured so many points about the managing led to the people, so that sometimes we are facing problems like in our area, especially here in Katsina State. So there are so many different people here, so and I think like many people that come here to do, and so many people like even they cannot understand about what the reality is concerned, and like how the organization has been come here to do something. That's the issue of empowering and ownership to the bringing matters and so on. So I think that's the pastor we like. If this program was end, it's better you should send us the document so that we should going to review and understand the whole point for making an achievement of this program successful in Nigeria and in Katsina State General. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. As I said, the content is easy to get from Qatar. She will share with you the record and all the materials. So, Jibril, do you have a question? Jibril, I have seen you raising your hand. Okay. So, we don't have any more questions. So here is how to manage your team challenges. how to resolve any tensions that might arise inside your team. It's very important to have something like called conflict management, how to manage the conflict inside your team. I know that we have raised this issue from your discussions now. However, this is a more theoretical and academic one that might help you to combine this theoretical and practical thing to understand it more. So you have, when any conflict arises inside your team, you have to early intervene and to confront those parts of the team and to understand what is the reason for this tension, and to focus in your discussion on solutions, not to provoke the tension more. You have to focus on solution, not blaming both parts that you did something bad and you did something bad too. This is a very, very bad thing. You have not to take side, to be very, very objective and to focus on solution, giving solution. You have to judge everyone. You did something wrong and you did something wrong. Judging is not something good when tensions arise. You have to create this safe space for dialogue. Let them say whatever they want without judging them. And also you have to address the issue before escalating it. You have to, stop this tension and resolve this tension once it has been discussed. You shouldn't give any space for escalating and and having those people not talk to each other anymore. This is failure of you as a leader. So you have to, first of all, to understand them, giving them a safe space to say whatever they want, not to judge them, and to have them like say whatever they want to each other without offend each other. You have to let them say the whole issue, to understand from both sides and not to take any of them side of any of them. And also low engagement is very common thing that you can find some member of the team is not very engaged, not very enthusiastic, not very interested in doing or performing the task, not giving a lot of opinions, not engaging in the discussions, not giving their feedback. Like this member it has to be like have a special treatment. It's very important to have everyone engaged. Everyone is using his resources. Everyone is using their capabilities and skills effectively and engaging them in that performing the task. So this low engaged person have to be involved. Like to give them, to have them to take an important decision. For example, he'll trust it. He will feel ownership. He will feel heard and being seen and important for the team. So if you give them the opportunity to take an important decision, he will feel included and engaged and loyal and belonging to the team. And also you have to treat him like a small achiever. Even if he's not a small achiever, but small achiever always need like this strong celebration, this great attention, this acknowledgement always. So you have to acknowledge him, to celebrate his small wins, to regularly connect with him. So you will always have to remind him with the main goal of the organization and the broader goal. As I said before, there is a set of small goals, and that is all combination of all serve for as a larger goal or a larger end of the organization. So you have to remind them always with this main goal of the organization is to be successful. So you have to remind him that the success of his job and tasks will achieve our end goal, which is the success of organization, and so on. And also a very important thing and a very common thing that happens always, and it became very common with the era of hyper work and working remotely, is the miscommunication. Miscommunication can lead to a great tension, and can lead to a great misunderstandings that lead to people to perform tasks wrongly, and to perform different tasks, and to perform tasks in a very very different manner. So misunderstanding is a very very critical thing in the teamwork. You have to clarify the task very well, and as I said, to clarify the structure of the outcome of the task, to have a specific KPIs from the task, to say this task is yours and you need to perform so and so and so, and I will measure so and so and so. So it's important for everyone to have a full picture about the task, and a full picture about the KPIs of the task and the outcome of the task. And to encourage the questions, you should not be the manager who gives the order in 2 minutes and evaluates the task in 30 minutes. You have to be the manager who clarifies the task and open a space for question. Have a question and clarify, and have another question and clarify again. Try to clarify a lot, so to eliminate any mistake or eliminate any misunderstandings that might arise and might happen with the people when they perform their tasks. And also you have to create a structured channels of communication. You have to tell your team members that we will meet periodically. We will meet by half of day. We will meet once a week to see all the pending task or all the achievement, and to monitor the way of having everything's done. So this clear channels and this clear communication will help the team very engaged, and have this space of giving feedback, asking a question, clarify the task, and will eliminate this kind of misunderstanding. And also to check the understanding regularly, to ask them, did you got me? Is this clear for you? Do you have any questions? This will have them, more engaged and more, like having freely asking question is very important for them to feel safe and feel, like trusted. So they will ask a question without feeling fearing of any judgment and so on. So this important to have the people your first approach. So people first, and then the organization and the task, because the organization cannot be done without the people, and this is why you have to resolve all of the things. And these are the takeaways and reflections of this workshop. We have talked about the meaning of leadership and team management, and we have talked about the 5 important pillars of the team management. The first one was clear goal and expectation, and align the team with the SMART objectives. And the second pillar was the stronger communication and to foster the trust through effective listening for your team. And the third one was building trust and accountability inside your team, and to build respect through transparency. The fourth one was delegation and empowerment, to be able to delegate the right task to the right person, and to be able to understand your team capabilities and skills, and to give them the tasks that fit their capabilities. And also to assign the task based on their strengths point. If someone is strong in communication, you have to give them the task related to communicating well with people. If the one is having strong skills in research writing, you have to give them most of the tasks related to writing and research writing, most of them, not all of them, because everyone have to improve the other skills. If he's good in research writing, he can get the most of the task in research writing. However, he has to take tasks in communication and operation to be able to develop and improve the things. And the last pillar was motivation and recognition. You have to recognize your employees and your team members informally or formally, materialistic recognition or valuable recognition. And it's very important for you to have them all feeling appreciated and their work is being seen. And this is a very, very good session for me. And the last message from Mr. Salman Sinek is leadership is not being in charge, it's about taking care of those who are in your charge. So you're not being just the person who's giving order, it's about caring of your team members and it's about taking care of them. And that's all. Do you have any question, guys? Anyone have any question? Yes, Anas?
Yes, Noor. Well, it is not a question, but just like an acknowledgement for your effort and for your commitments to make this session happen. And thank you once again for your very like brilliant insights and very like practical ones. Because besides my experience, I have been like paying attention to some very like new things to me when it comes to the team management perspective and field. And well, you elaborated in very like brilliant things, and the session was very like enlightful for me, and I believe for everyone here. And each like idea was very like eloquent when it comes to the pillars and the term and in term of the feedback loop, which is like very essential in the era of leadership and team management. And this is why like I'm sharing this feedback to just like saying very like appreciating when it comes to your effort for your session, and also for the organization team of World Merit. And thank you, Kausan, and thank you as well for Khadija for making this session happen as well. And yeah, well, I have like a little question at the end, which is like when it comes to the remote spaces, and for me, like this was very challenging because I wasn't like familiar with the lack of human connection with people when it comes to having like a task or something virtual. So when it comes to like your relation with your manager, you know, when it comes to the task or the assignments or something like that, and you are trying to not like matching the deadline that he has been like or she has been sharing with you, and you are trying to procrastinate a little bit once in a while because it's a virtual world, and sometimes they are not committed as it is on the real world. So I believe I have been like witnessing a little bit of tension with her, and that was like a very sense of difficulty for me. So my question for you, Noor, like what is like a very like relevant action that you can take when it comes to trying to reduce this tension with your manager in a remote work, and trying to establish a new space of a mutual understanding and mutual connection with her, and besides what you have been encountering as a difficulty to match her assignments and her expectation as well. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Anas, for attending this session and being very interactive and very engaged. For your question, it's a very, very critical thing to manage miscommunication when you're working remotely. But you can eliminate this miscommunication, as I've said, by like clarifying the task and clarifying for each one what is needed from him. So you can suggest for your manager, for example, to have this periodical communication channels. If you're having a meeting or a team meeting by the beginning of the day, to ask about what are my tasks today, and how can I perform this task, what is needed from me, and to ask all of your questions, and to have a meeting by the end of the working day to show like a feedback, and to show progress in your task, and ask her for questions if everything is going smooth or if there is some hardships, and ask her for advices and so on. She from her side, she will feel being doing her job, which is communicating with the team effectively, and being like obeyed from her team. She's not being shouldn't be obeyed, but like she being followed, and she being heard, and the team is being aligned and so on. And from your side, you will feel clearly having your task, and clearly knowing what is needed from you. So this is the solution for this is the clear communication channels.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Anas. Thank you, Noor. Thank you for everyone who's sharing their feedback in the chats. We really appreciate you being with us. Thank you so much for staying this long. If you can, please, just so we can respect our time, please, if you can activate your camera so we can take the last picture before you're leaving. Unless if you have anything to add, Noor, or anyone here.
This is all my thing for today. If you have any question, I'm all ears for you.
Please, if you can activate your camera so we can take the picture. We're waiting for you to activate your camera. Oh, hello, hello everyone. We're seeing your faces. Hey everyone, if you can activate your cameras, we'll just give you 30 seconds so you can all activate the camera so we can take the Khadija, you'll take the shot, or I'll do it by myself. What do you want? Let's do both. But
Yeah, let's do both.
okay, first let's invite them to activate their camera. So in 2, 3, 1. Let's take the first one. Okay. Let's take the second one in 2, 3, 1. I think that's good. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us. We really appreciate your presence. Thank you, Noor, again for this very fruitful and insightful session. Thank you, Anas. Thank you, everyone who were like very interactive. Thank you, and let's hear from you soon. Of course, we will be sharing the records with the materials needed. Don't worry, and let's have more sessions. And if you have any questions, I will attach the LinkedIn of Noor. You can contact her directly and ask her direct questions there. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so